Hi, my name is Nolan Hannison. This is my final exam project. During the 1980s, a lot of things have happened. In Africa and South America, communism was rising. There was sky-high inflation because of tough economic times. President Ronald Reagan was president, and then he was president from 1981 to 1989, and he survived an assassination attempt. During this time, there's also record unemployment. There was a recession, and homelessness was a very big issue, especially in the poor communities. Crack cocaine was invented, and violent crime rose 33% overall throughout the United States. A lot of people were dealing drugs to get rich because if you were from a poor neighborhood, instead of working a low-wage job and making, a little bit, you could sell some drugs and make a lot of money a lot quicker. With Ronald Reagan as president, he instituted an economic program which was known as Reaganomics, and inflation stopped, and it began the start of the Roaring '80s. Corporations were fighting over each other to take over other companies because it was just a good economic tactic at the time. It was also very good to be in banking and in Wall Street. And in the early 1980s, there was a space shuttle that made its maiden voyage and inspired a lot of Americans. Steve Jobs and he started Apple during the 1980s with Robert Wozniak. And then in 1984, George Orwell wrote a book. He took a bunch of pictures. And in 1984, Macintosh, which was the first computer with a mouse, and also had very user-friendly graphics, and it was a great personal computer, what we call PC today. The first civilian was chosen to go into space on the 25th shuttle mission, and she was actually a woman, and I think she was a mother of two, and that blew up because of a gasket, because they launched during the coldest launch of that time, and that's a small gasket, killed numerous people on that rocket. Rock and roll and MTV started, and MTV, I'm sure a lot of people that are older than us will remember how MTV was generally seen as the devil or very bad because it was just nonstop music 24/7. Another big thing on TV was televangelists, which were kind of like hip Christians, and it was a TV show trying to convert people, and I don't know, there are a lot of mixed opinions on that. During the 1980s, because of crack cocaine and because of gay men, because mainly